My name is Susan Brown. I am a director in the Experience Centre at a PwC, and I'm also the Managing Director for Girls in Tech, the Australian chapter. I've been in the technology industry, specifically in digital and innovation, probably for the last 8 to 10 years, and in digital for 20 odd years of my career, which sounds very long, and it really is. And I got to start with mobile and mobile transactions in the 90s, so I've been around a while. With Girls in Tech, probably 18 months. A lot of my course was not relevant. I took networking classes, I had to learn how to lay a network, I had to learn how to build a PC, which, great things to know, but hasn't really featured in my career because there was one computer science course. Now IT is so prevalent across all industries that there are a lot more specialised courses. You've got universities that specifically focus on technology as an entire university, as opposed to just a one course that you can have. And so I think it is making it more accessible to women, because now you can come in as a designer, as a product manager, as a developer. You can even specialize in your development space. So there's so much more to do. And hopefully what that means is that it just makes it more accessible to anybody. I actually once I finished studying, I started as a lecturer, and I lectured software development, and then just through family circumstances and moving to a new state, your network is the most important thing you can ever have, and was introduced via my network to a particular agency. Nowadays it would be called a digital agency, then it was just an engineering team, and they did a lot of work in the mobile web space with corporate organisations. And I became part of that team, and that's where I learned a lot of what I knew. On a personal level, the ability to birth and raise children, I think, is a lot harder than most people give women credit for, or give people credit for, because there's so many men in the industry now that are co-contributors to that whole environment. I think from a professional level, something like Girls in Tech for me is very much a highlight in my career. 10 years ago, I left South Africa and came to Australia, and that for me is another highlight. Being able to build a network up from scratch all over again was hard, but is sort of really gratifying to be able to look back now and say I have a network within the Australian community. I think what we're doing with Girls in Tech and being able to work with so many amazing women, for me, is the one thing that sort of makes me smile on any one day. So probably one of the things I'd see as a key milestone. It is constantly changing. The fact that I'm now learning about blockchain and how to build distributed ledgers in environments that are not financial services, or that an AI solution makes the most sense to be able to solve a problem for a mining company. That's what's so very exciting about our industry, is whatever's happening today, we would never have thought of about that could happen last week. I think the biggest problem that we have as women is we take other people's advice as golden, and if people play us down and say, you're doing a good job, you should spend some more time there, that although internally we feel frustrated, we won't promote ourselves. So if I can give any advice, is absolutely you should speak to as many people as possible and get their opinions about where you should be, but you should take an equivalent amount of time with yourself to identify where you believe you can be, and then do that. Like, don't wait for somebody else to tell you that you're ready. Make yourself ready.